This video is going to go over how to complete the requirement search for scholarships. The 21st Century Scholars, it will pay for tuition and mandatory fees at any of the state schools and a portion at a private school. So that is something that, depending on if you're staying on campus, you may have room and board, which is just housing and food. Anywhere you go, usually you're going to have books. So any extra scholarships that you have to pay for those, transportation and things like that, the better opportunities that you're going to have post-college. So the average student takes out about $30,000 worth of student loans. In Indiana, that average is about $20,000. So we do have a very generous scholarship package for students, but that is something that the more scholarship opportunities that you have, the better for you. So that way you may not have to take out any student loan debt. Then that way more of your money can go towards the things that you want to do once you get out and start making a career and a life for yourself. So what you're going to do is just explore some different scholarship opportunities for you. So if you click on the third activity under grade 11, it's going to tell you a little bit about what we're doing. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the scholarships and grants offered by Indiana, you can go to our Learn More Indiana page. But also, we have just some tips for you in order to start searching for those scholarships. So really, you want to start local, because the more local you are to your community, the less applicants you're going to be competing against. So I live county. So each county in Indiana has what's called a community foundation. So they are the local scholarship providers for that community. So if you, I just Googled Vanderburgh County Community Foundation, but you can put whatever your county is and then County Community Foundation, and it should get you to the page for the scholarships. So with this, you can just see Vanderburgh grant programs or Vanderburgh scholarships. Just click see all. And that's going to give you a list of those scholarships. So it's going to give you the criteria. So you don't have to be a 4.0 student to get some scholarships. We know that the more competitive you are, as far as like higher test scores, higher GPA, the more likely you're going to get a scholarship. But some of these are just based on GPA. Some of them are extracurricular activities or just special interest. So this one must be planning to pursue a post-secondary education at any accredited college. So this just means that you are going to college at some point. So it will kind of spell out exactly what you need to apply. So what you're doing is just kind of searching for those different activities. If you're a current junior, most likely these are going to pay out your senior year, but we want you to start thinking about what you need to do in order to start applying for these. So the community foundations near you are going to be a great opportunity to start. So some of the other places that you can look at is if you know that you want to go to IU or Purdue, each school is going to have different scholarship opportunities for you. So if you're looking at IU or Purdue, make sure you check into the Purdue Promise or the IU Covenant, which are extra scholarships based on your 21st Century Scholar status that you might be eligible for. So again, make sure that you look at deadlines. There's usually priority deadlines for scholarships and admissions, so you want to make sure that you meet any of those. And then down at the bottom, we just have some free scholarship search sites. So College Board, if you go to opportunity.collegeboard.com, they earn a chance for $1,000 scholarship for completing the FAFSA. That's something you're going to already do. So might as well make sure that you get that done and get connected with that. Also, there are things in Indiana, events in Indiana called College Goal Sunday, which they have different sites around the the state that can help you fill out the FAFSA, and you might be able to earn a scholarship based on that as well. You can go to places like scholarships.com and fastweb.com, and usually what you'll do is you'll sign up and they will email you different scholarship applications. So experts say you're going to get around 5 to 10% of the scholarships that you apply for. So I would apply for as many scholarships as possible, even if you get 7 or 10 $1,000 scholarships. That's $10,000 that you would be eligible for to help with your tuition costs or any other costs that you have. So again, it's about limiting the amount of student loan debt that you may have when you get out of school, because we don't want you to have to shoulder that burden if you don't have to. And one thing that I do suggest is don't stop applying for scholarships after you get into college. Colleges have scholarships for sophomore, junior, senior years as well. And not a lot of students go back to the financial aid office or these different community partners that might be giving out scholarships. So again, you would be leaving scholarship money on the table. So look at the things that make you unique. There's scholarships for people with red hair. There's scholarships for people that are left-handed. So the things that make you unique and the things that you enjoy doing. Maybe you're really good at sports or band and choir, and you might be able to get a vocal or a performance scholarship or a sports scholarship. So these are just some of the places that you can go and look. So when you have done some searching, what you can do is click on the proceed to next step. And this is just some short questions that you would answer. So I'm going to click local foundations, religious or community organizations. That's where I found my scholarship. Have you applied to any of these scholarships during your search? You can just answer yes or no. If you're a junior, more than likely you're not going to, but if you're a current senior, you might be able to click yes. So on which of the following qualities were your scholarship search is based? So if you're really good at sports, it might be academic performance. Extracurricular service activities, if you do a lot of volunteer work, you're in 4-H or something like that, then that might be, sorry, I misspoke. Athletic achievements would be sports. Academic performance would be a high GPA or test scores. But extracurricular service activities might be something else as well. So if it is a special characteristic that you have, you can put other, and then you can put red hair in here. One of the more unique scholarships that are available. And then the one that is you would have to come up with on your own, what costs can the scholarships you found cover that are not covered by your 21st Century Scholars? So this is actually all of the above, like I said in the beginning. So it's books, housing, and transportation. These are things the 21st Century Scholars does not pay for. If you end up going to a private school, we will pay a portion of that. So that is something where your tuition may be $30,000, but we only pay a third of that. So what are you doing in order to make up the other 2/3 of that so you don't have to pay out of pocket or with student loans? So once you meet all of these requirements, you can just click save and finish, and that should check off that requirement for you. So let us know if you have any questions, but that is how you complete the third one under grade 11, which is search for scholarships.